Hello, my name is Elle and I'm a cross-stitch artist and designer here on TikTok, and I promised you a Bulbasaur time-lapse video, so here you go. Warning, this time-lapse is just shy of 8 minutes long, so I know this video is absolutely going to flop, but at the end you do get to see a completed little Bulbasaur, so if you do want to hang around for that, I would greatly appreciate it. This Bulbasaur took me about 5.5 hours to stitch, start to finish. I used the knotting on, English method, and knotting off techniques through this entire cross stitch. If you've been following along with the how to cross stitch tutorial series I've been running, these are the same ones I just taught you how to do. Now, normally I can finish a Bulbasaur in just over 4 hours or so. This one did take longer because while I do often use the knotting methods for starting and ending my threads, I actually don't use the English method of stitching. So it took me longer because I had to consciously think about what I was doing every step of the way instead of just kind of zoning out and stitching like I normally do. Now, I do want to remind you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with your preferred method of stitching. A lot of people use the English method exclusively and love it. I just happen to prefer the Danish method, and after 20 plus years of stitching, I can do the Danish method without having to stop and think and plan where my stitches are going as much as I did this time. But again, both methods are totally valid. They each have their pros and cons, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with choosing one over the other. So choose the one that is easier for you. But Elle, you might be saying, you've only taught me how to do the English method, and you've only taught me how to start and end the floss with a knot. Don't worry, I got you. Just because we got to the end of stitching our first cross stitch doesn't mean I'm abandoning you. Now we get to dive into other ways to do each step of the cross-stitching process, plus we need to talk about how to frame our finished piece. We've got plenty more things to keep learning, and I'll be right here every step of the way, don't you worry. With all of that said, this little guy is not going to be added to the pile of pieces that need to get finished and added to the giant Pokemon hoop wall. I mean, yes, it will be finished, and yes, it will be added to the wall, but it isn't going to get tossed in the pile to be finished at some amorphous later date. The next video for the tutorial series is actually going to be my preferred method of finishing off the back of an embroidery hoop. So you'll get to see me finish this little guy off properly. For those of you that hang out with me during my live streams, I can speak English, don't worry about it, it's fine. You'll know that my preferred method is to sew the back of the fabric down using little tabs. Speaking of live streams, I will be going live tonight to keep working on Flareon. If you'd like to come and hang out, join the Chaos Crew tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time here on the Clock app or over on the Purple app if you'd rather watch there. As always, I promise chaos, kittens, and crafting. Now, I know I could literally babble for hours, just come hang out at my live for proof, but I'm just gonna shut up now and let you enjoy the rest of this video as I finish up Bulbasaur, and I hope to see you tonight.